2020 and we're in interesting times. COVID-19 has come and it's taking everybody by surprise.
Once upon a time, this neighborhood park was a place where young people, old people gather in their numbers to hang out with their friends and chit chat with new neighbors and get to meet people and interact.
We've been in lockdown for over a month now, and it's not an enforced lockdown, so it's an appeal from the government to stay at home. But people are pretty much complying with it. It really depends on the day and how good the weather is, but overall, I think it's a good strategy because it doesn't have the psychological impact that a mandatory lockdown has.
My quarantine started way earlier than most people would because, I've been to most of these places and I had gone to different events that had over 1,000 people. So 2nd of March, I was already locked down at home and assessing myself to see if I had already come in contact with the virus, but I'm super happy. Nothing came out positive and I'm still strong. So I've been at home for over 7 weeks.
I got infected and I got better. I know. I'm laughing about it, but I'm okay now. That's how I think it has affected me.
With all that was happening in the world, the conflict, war, hunger, global warming, I feel like it's just God's way of telling us, listen, I am still in charge, I am still God. And just for us to reflect, to meditate, and just to reconsider the things that we're fighting for, because right now, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how you have advanced in technology. Right now, we're all just humbled, and it's just really a time for us to do a lot of meditation.
My life basically evolves around travel. 15 to 35 international trips per year, a ton of business events. So, this pandemic means I'm grounded. No joke.
This is my last semester of university and I am spending it here instead of on campus.
At the moment, I am in London and I cannot go back to my country because Greece has closed the borders. Of course, I'm working here and I'm working from home for the last month, but I would like to go back and see my family.
This whole situation with the virus has had an impact on my life because I lost a job. I was working at an embassy, but I also had another job that I still have at a news agency, and actually I think the outcome was positive because now I only have the job that I enjoy the most.
Here I am in my 4 walls of self-isolation. I tried to work from here. I didn't lose my job, thankfully.
The pandemic has really affected my way of life. At a high level, that's my work and my school. Now I have to do that from my living room.
To be very honest, it's affected everybody here in Ghana. Fortunately and unfortunately for me, I work in the pharmaceutical sector, so it's considered as an essential service. But you know that our biggest clients are the customers, and under this partial lockdown, everybody is almost home, so business is slow. Our way of life has changed and it's pretty much different.
I am all alone in this part, and that is due to the fact that coronavirus has affected our lives as well as the social fabric of our being.
The fear I feel when I think about having to go outside and not knowing if I can get sick or not is quite a scary reality.
I don't even know how I feel anymore because I felt sad, felt angry, felt tired, exhausted, depressed, just a whole lot of things that right now I think I just feel numb.
In a time like this, I'm sure people are bound to be afraid and to panic, but I'm very optimistic.
These are positive times amidst all the chaos. These are positive times, and I believe we should take the positives from all the tragedy. Really, there's always a silver lining, and this is an opportunity to really grow and move to the next step because life goes on.
What I'm trying to do every day is have a routine and trying to be positive because everything is going to pass.
What keeps me going is limiting my intake of information because over information only makes me nervous and just remaining self-aware, being present, being in the moment, and doing things that I otherwise wouldn't have time for.
A major thing that keeps me going is the fact that the faith in humanity is gradually being restored. At least that's how I like to look at things.
What really keeps me going is knowing that during times of crisis, we tend to become stronger, we tend to grow, and hopefully we come out better than we were before.
The thing that keeps me going is knowing that this is temporary. I know that if people respect the rules, this will all be over. We will go out to a very different reality, and normality will be different after this is over, but it will be over.
What has kept me going? I'm tempted to say Netflix and WhatsApp, but really, it's God. Just the realization that God is in charge, God is in control, and it's all gonna be well. That really keeps me going.
I really miss being able to just go to the park, shoot around, play some basketball, or just jumping on the bus and not having to think if I'm going to get sick or not.
What I miss the most is going out.
What I miss about this time is I miss going out with friends, holding events and going for conferences.
I do miss my friends a lot.
I miss just gathering with friends. I miss being at rehearsals, because that is one place I really do get my groove on. I really do miss singing a lot. Not just singing as, say, just me, but singing with a group of people that actually share very similar interests.
I miss hanging out with people and having fun. As you can see around us, people are barely outside, people are just indoors.
I have really missed going out to hang out with my friends, and mostly I've missed having people over. I enjoy hosting people for game night and for lunch and whatnot, and I can't do that right now, and I really miss that. And also just being able to go and volunteer with the kids that we volunteer with, and to just talk to them and spend time with them. I really miss that, and I can't wait to do that again.
I am a very social person, so I really miss social contact and social interaction. That has been difficult.
It's been a bit hard because I live alone, so I miss my family.
I've truly missed going outside and breathing quality air, not feeling scared. You know what I mean? I mean, coming home and not taking every sign and symptom, like maybe a sore throat, and feel like you've contracted coronavirus.
One thing I miss the most actually would be going out now to enjoy this amazing weather that we have. It's been a very interesting outcome of weather. Whether you choose to accept global warming or not, we can all totally agree that things have changed. Few things I'm most grateful about would be having a roof over my head. I'm able to work remotely.
What I am most grateful for is a chance to slow down and appreciate the things that I am privileged to have, even the little things that we tend to be oblivious about. I am grateful for the positivity, the acts of kindness, and the humanity in any way, shape, or form that is shown around the world.
I'm grateful every day that my family, friends, and everybody I know is safe, and I'm really grateful that I have this house here in London, that I live with my flatmates and I have company.
I'm very grateful for family. I'm grateful for being able to probably just reset and reevaluate those things that are important in my life.
It has awarded me the time to hone my skills, and my passion is really in writing and drawing, and I love to sketch. Really, it has given me ample time to really catch up on the things I could not do.
What really makes me grateful is knowing that the world is slowing down and realizing how we are unified together, and that these things and events bring us closer together and make us aware of what's really important.
What I am most grateful for in my life right now is peace, the peace that is in the world, and of course good health, things that we take for granted. And for the world, I'm really grateful for what is happening to the natural resources, to the wildlife, the oceans, to the forest. I feel like now they're getting a break, and it's something that I have to be really grateful for at this time.
I'm extremely happy that I have a family to be back to. If it wasn't the case, I would be stranded in Moscow. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. I would probably spend so much more money, and I know that there are people that don't have access to basic aid and food, and I'm just it just makes me think about how blessed I am.
What I think about the most beyond the crisis that this pandemic has brought about is, with all eyes on the coronavirus pandemic, the next looming crisis, which will be even more devastating, climate change, has lost sight. I believe this pandemic will bring about a lot of ethical and legal dilemmas, a lot of social and economic consequences, and hopefully it will teach our leaders how to re-strategize and focus on the things that are most important.
One thing that's for sure that's going to really change about the outcome of this is that we as people will have learned a ton of things that works and the things that do not work.
I believe after this, the world will kind of have a changed perspective, hopefully, and we know that things that we think matter the most are not what really matter. What matters the most is like having time to rejuvenate and spending time with your loved one.
I see this to be a deep breath before the plunge.
This is an exceptional time that we live in, and I will be able to tell to my children and to my future grandchildren that one thing I had to do to save humanity is to stay inside.
I can't really wait for all of these things to be over so we can go back to life with all the lessons that we've learned.